What's going on, everyone? So the Phoenix Suns season has not gone anywhere close to what they expected and many fans had expected, right? When this team got put together, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, people were already willing to give them the Larry O'Brien. People were already like, man, you're not beating that team. And so far this season has been a real disappointment. Now, I, in the offseason, said, I don't believe in this team. I'm not sold in this team. I just don't think this team is going to win anything. I didn't think that they'd be very good. I just feel like there's a lot of redundancies on that team. I think that you need more than just three guys to win games. And I think the complementary pieces don't really make a lot of sense. Don't know if Frank Vogel, he's the right coach for this type of team. I'm not saying he's a bad coach by any stretch, but I just think he needs a specific team around him to have the proper success. And I just feel like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, sure, right? But when you add in Bradley Beal, it's like it becomes redundant, right? Like, how much offensive firepower do you need? How many guys do you need that can play on ball and be isolation guys? How many high-level scorers do you need? Where it's like, instead of going and getting Bradley Beal, I would have liked them to kind of flush out and round out this roster a little better. And the pieces that they got in the offseason and then trading Ayton, I thought they could have gotten a little more. I understood the Nurk pickup. Sure, but I just think they kind of jumped the gun a little bit and, new owner syndrome, and it hasn't worked out, right? They're hanging on to the 7th seed by a thread. They're 2 games ahead of the Lakers from falling completely out into the 9th and 10th seed, which at that point, can Phoenix win 2 straight games and get into the playoffs? Sure. But then, you could end up getting a first-round matchup against Denver, and you're probably going home in the first round, or I don't trust them to win 2 straight games. I just don't think that they, again, match up super well. You do have Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, right? And some of it has been injuries, right? Bradley Beal's played half the season, but that was expected, right? It's not like Bradley Beal was a model of health before he came to the Phoenix Suns. It's not, Devin Booker's had his injury issues the last few years. Kevin Durant's been Iron Man this year. And yet, it's you're putting all this miles and everything. It's just, I don't know. I'm not super sold on them. Now, unfortunately, Malik Monk, that injury happened. It's a huge blow to Sacramento, but, for being honest, that helps the Phoenix Suns not potentially be overtaken by Sacramento, right? Kind of keep pace. But even then, it's Phoenix has the toughest schedule the rest of the way. It's which game are they going to lose? Which team is going to show up today, right? Do they even win a game the rest of the way? I mean, they will, but it's just, there's so many question marks with this team. And I just don't have a ton of confidence in them, right? Now, look, do they have a puncher's chance against people? Yeah, of course, right? They have a puncher's chance against every team in the league. They have Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. As much as I don't like that 3 pairing, not all big threes are created equal, but I do think you have a ton of firepower that if those 3 kind of just have it clicking, which there have been times where they look good, if you have that clicking, that could be a problem for many teams and most teams, right? So that is a positive. But what happens if they, let's say, lose in the first round? Or let's say what happens if they miss the playoffs entirely? What does Phoenix do? Because it's not like you're going to be able to go out and retool and create this high-powered depth team, right? This is kind of your team. The team you have now has got, maybe you can kind of tweak a piece or two, but you're not getting some high-caliber, high-quality player or two out of nowhere, right? You're not, I don't know how much you can upgrade this roster with 3 max guys. The new CBA rules that limit you and basically handcuff you from doing anything major. I don't know how the Phoenix Suns are going to be that much better than they were this season. And again, Bradley Beal isn't going to magically all of a sudden play 82 games a year. Devin Booker isn't going to all of a sudden be a model of health. Kevin Durant, again, this is the healthiest season he's had in a long time. So it's what does he look like next year? It's just, there's so many questions. And here's the problem, right? The only way that they can fix and correct what they need and to kind of really piece around them a real roster and team is to make a trade, right? You trade one of your big 3. here's the problem. Bradley Beal, you're probably never going to be able to trade. One, he has a no trade clause, so you have to convince him to waive that. Two, how many teams are signing up for a $50 million a year guy that can't play 60 games? Right? Like, it's just, I would be shocked if you were able to trade Bradley Beal. I mean, could you unload him just to unload him, right? Would a team like Detroit or something just say, yeah, sure, give us a bunch of picks and stuff and we'll take them? Not that Phoenix has that, but, could you give assets up to maybe have somebody take him? Sure, at some point, but that doesn't make any sense for Phoenix, right? Because if you're going to get pieces, you need pieces that you can use to kind of structure and make the roster better. Again, that's where the dilemma lies. I don't think you can trade Devin Booker. One, he's younger, and two, younger than Kevin Durant, but he's younger, and also, like, he's Mr. Phoenix, right? He's Mr. Sun. He's the guy that's been there, right? Like, so I don't think you can trade him. Your only option, in my opinion, is to trade Kevin Durant. And the problem is that, like, Kevin Durant is like your one, he's your best player. Two, he's like kind of the one guy that I think you need more than anybody. Right? Like, I would almost rather trade Devin Booker if as an unbiased, because I'm not a Suns fan by any stretch of the imagination, right? Laker fan, right? Got the Laker hat. But to me, I would rather trade Devin Booker and keep Kevin Durant and just go Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and then get some super package for Devin Booker and go get, a quality point guard, quality like 4, and let's go try to compete for championships and then get some real depth and kind of round out the roster somehow, some way, right? So to me, I would prefer to do that. But you could do the same thing with Kevin Durant. The problem is again, I think Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are too redundant. I think they're kind of one and the same, very similar players. Right? I think Devin Booker is better of the two, in my opinion. Right? I don't think that that's like some shocking opinion, but I don't know how that fits, right? So if that's the case, then I think if you trade Kevin Durant, I think you need to go get like a point forward, somebody that can kind of move the basketball, but also be in 3 and D, right? Somebody like a Pascal Siakam would have been nice for them, right? If you traded Kevin Durant, I'm not saying you swap Kevin Durant for Pascal Siakam, but like if you could have gotten like Siakam in a deal and then, like maybe traded Ayton for Siakam and then trade Kevin Durant for, I don't know, to the Cavs for like Garland and Allen or something. I don't know. Again, just names that are coming to my mind. But I just think that the Phoenix Suns are in a rock and a hard place. And I don't think Ishbia is going to look to trade Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. And again, they're not going to be able to trade Bradley Beal. So I think that they're going to be stuck. And I think that they're going to be kind of grasping on to like, well, we have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Again, it's not going to, I just don't see it working. And I don't see you putting the pieces around those three to where you're going to have a competent roster. I think your only way out is to trade Kevin Durant. The problem is like, you can't really trade him 2-3 years from now. He's only getting older, right? Like, I think in this offseason, if you don't trade Kevin Durant, who knows if you'll be able to. Kevin Durant, he's not showing signs of slowing down, but 3 years, it's like, dude, the guy's almost 40. Like, it's like, how great is he going to be? How much value are you going to get for him? So it's like, are you really going to give this 2 or 3? If I had a bet on it, I would say that Phoenix just stands pat and they just try to retool and build around the edges. I don't think that, I think if they really want to try to win a championship, like if their goal is we need to win a championship, I just don't think that's the direct course. I think your best option would be trade Devin Booker. I know it would suck, but you got to kind of pay for your mistakes. And you're not going to be able to trade Bradley Beal. And I just think Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are redundant. Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant are not redundant. They're both also friends, watched it, all that. Like, so to me, I think you keep Kevin Durant, you keep Bradley Beal, you hope that those two can stay healthy. You go get a legitimate point guard, somebody that can, handle and distribute, also hopefully be a point of attack guy. and then you go get like a legit power forward, and there you go. Maybe you could get like a bench piece in the deal, get some draft picks. Maybe you could take those draft picks and something and go get another piece or two, go get like a sixth man or something. And then there you go, right? Like just names that are coming to mind, right? Don't freak out. It's just names that are coming to mind. But if you could get something like, DeJounte Murray, give you some athleticism out on the perimeter, make some plays, could score if need be, but he can be the distributor, right? Play on ball. He was an all-defensive guy, so you're kind of hoping he kind of turns it around a little bit. If you get somebody like him and then go get like a sturdy power forward, I'm trying to think of like which power forwards would be available, but just get somebody, right? Somebody that can defend, hit the three, maybe a three that's just you're operating as your four, or maybe you put Kevin Durant at your four and then have that person operate as your three, right? You need like a legit 3-and-D guy. If you can, try to keep Royce O'Neal, maybe keep Grayson Allen, and you hope maybe you could get like a 6-man or sign somebody undervalued. It's kind of where I'm at. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think the Suns are basically stuck? Do you think that they're in trouble? Do you think like, no, they'll turn it around, they'll figure it out, no worries? It's just, again, like if they don't even make the playoffs or they lose in the first round, like that's not what this season, that's not what the plan for this season was, right? And you have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, and if you miss the playoffs or you lose in the first round, like, tough. But anyway, again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me to enjoy these types of videos. I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.